If you are hesitant to try new brands until you get some feedback from other puzzlers, then this is the video for you. I will be reviewing 3 new brands that have arrived at Puzzles Canada in the last little while, and then you can decide whether you want to add them to your collection. Hey puzzling friends, welcome back to my channel. I'm so happy to have you here for this puzzle brand review. And if you're new to my channel, my name is Sandra, the Puzzling Canadian. Well, lately, Puzzles Canada has been adding a lot of new brands to their inventory, and I love trying new brands because it allows you to have a new puzzling experience, and at the same time, you just might find something that is your new favorite. So back in May, I placed an order with Puzzles Canada for 3 new brands. And the ones I decided to work on were Olleo, Penny Puzzle, and House of Puzzles. Now, Olleo and Penny Puzzle, I have never done before, so it's a brand new experience for me. However, House of Puzzles, I have completed before in the past, a few years ago. And I wanted to pick up another one just to see if there was anything different with the puzzles. So now let's get to it and take a closer look at each of these brands. So first up is the brand Olleo. Now, they are designed in Belgium, but made in Turkey. They use a variety of illustrators from around the world. Now, if you go to Puzzles Canada, the cost of a 1,000 piece Olleo puzzle is $39.99 Canadian. A 500 piece is $37.99 Canadian, and a 99 piece puzzle is $12.99 Canadian. So the image that I selected from Olleo Puzzles was this image here. Now this one is called Bow Cap Mosaic, and it's 1,000 pieces. Now the first thing I notice is the box is a very sturdy box. When you open it up inside, you will see that it comes in a drawstring cloth reusable bag, which is very good. And they also provide you with a poster inside. Now, once I started sorting the pieces, I noticed that the feel of them, they're like a very good thickness. So they come in at 1.8 millimeters, and they have a nice soft touch to them. The pieces are a matte finish. And as I was sorting everything, I noticed there was very little puzzle dust. So that was really good. Now this image here was very enjoyable to put together. First I sorted them based on all the different colors, and once I did the frame or the edges, then I just started doing it section at a time, and it was quite enjoyable to see the buildings come together. Again, they are a snug fit, the pieces, and it's a grid cut. So I basically just started from the bottom up and then worked all the buildings, and then what was left was the sky. So overall, I liked working on this brand. I find that they are a premium quality brand, had excellent pieces, and I love the variety of illustrations that they have available. Next up is Penny Puzzle, and this brand is made in Turkey. It is an eco-friendly, woman-owned company. If you wanted to pick up these puzzles, they can go for $39.99 for 1,000 pieces. 500 pieces go for $36.99, and 150 pieces go for $12.99, and this is the price at Puzzles Canada in Canadian funds. So the image that I selected was this one right here. This one is called Dreams Revisited, and it's 1,000 pieces. Now, similar to the Olleo brand, they come in a very sturdy box. Inside, you will find also a poster. One thing that I noticed, and I only noticed it after I finished the puzzle, is on the back they have like a little explanation about the illustration, letting you know the meaning behind this illustration, which I thought was very nice because it gives you a little bit more to think about when you're working on this puzzle. Now, when I was sorting the pieces, again, I noticed very little puzzle dust, a nice quality piece. They were a thickness of 1.8, so similar to the Olleo brand. Again, a nice soft touch to them. I like the feel of the puzzle pieces, and it is a matte finish. Now, this image, I selected this one because it's not an image that I normally would work on. It kind of reminded me of the puzzle that I worked on at the Canadian Nationals, that final one that had a lot of detail in it. So I found it very interesting, and it has a nice little soft colors to it. So when I started working on it, I then started really trying to assemble this bottom section right here with the florals. Those tend to be things that I go to first, is the florals. And then I started to work on some of the other areas. This top section here was interesting, and I ended up doing here the bird on the side. So a lot of detail in each of the pieces, but it was fun to put together. It took a little bit because you had to look at the details of the pieces. But I did have a good time working on it. I found the pieces had a snug fit, and the piece cut is like a grid cut. Now, overall, I enjoyed working on this brand. It's not an image that I normally do. It took me a little bit longer to work on, but still I had a great experience, and I think it's primarily because of the quality of their pieces and this beautiful illustration. So the last brand that we have is House of Puzzles. Now, this brand is a brand that was born in Scotland, but is now designed in the UK. And you can find a variety of different sizes at Puzzles Canada. And the pricing for this brand is, for a 1,000 piece puzzle, it goes for $29.99. A big 500 is $29.99. A 500 piece puzzle is $22.99. They have 4 by 500 piece puzzles, and they go for $44.99. And they have 250 piece puzzles at $22.99, and those are in Canadian funds. Now, House of Puzzles is not a new brand to me. I completed one back in 2023 called Ideal Home, and now I wanted to work on it again just to see if there are any differences. So the one that I ended up selecting from the variety of images that they have is this one right here. It is called 199 Steps Whitby, and it's 1,000 pieces. Now, a lovely image. I do a lot of these types of images. One thing I noticed right away is the size of the box. So compared to the first one that I did, they have now made the boxes smaller, which is great because it makes it easier for shipping and it makes it easier for storage. Inside, when you open it up, you will see that they have also a poster, and the poster is bigger than the other two brands. I started sorting the pieces and noticed the thickness of the pieces. They came in at 2.2 millimeters, which was way thicker than the other two brands. I find them very similar to a Gibson in both images and the quality of their puzzle pieces. The brand also has a nice matte finish to it. I found very little puzzle dust with them. One thing I did notice with this one in particular is that some of the pieces were not cut all the way through. So I'm not sure if it's just with my puzzle or that manufacturing run, but not all the pieces were cut through and they were stuck together. Now, House of Puzzles was a little bit different than the other two because they have, and it's labeled right on the box, unique pieces to them. So if you are a fan of random cut, you might just enjoy this because these pieces look a little bit different. Not quite like the random cut pieces. You'll notice that a lot of them are rounded. I did find a lot of those type of pieces, or a lot of pieces that are like flat on the side and then you have to put them together. So sometimes it made it tricky trying to figure out how they go together. And then sometimes they go together side by side and they're not quite interlocking until you have all the other pieces around them. So it did take me a while to wrap my head around these type of pieces. It's not something that I normally do. I prefer like a grid cut or a ribbon cut. But if you are the type of puzzler who enjoys different whimsical or different shaped pieces or random cut pieces, you might like this brand. So overall, I did enjoy working on House of Puzzles. I'm very impressed with the wide selection of images that they have. And even though I wasn't used to that piece, the type of pieces that they had, it did take me a while. I did find the quality of this brand excellent, very similar to the other two brands that I was working on. So there you have it, 3 great new brands at Puzzles Canada, but which one was my favorite? It was difficult to decide. They were all very good quality. I think it was tied between Penny and Olleo. Similar in quality, premium cut, great pieces, a nice soft touch. But if I had to just pick one, I think I would pick Olleo because I like the selection of images that they have and the colors in those images. But in regards to quality, between Olleo and Penny, I would say they're exactly the same. It's just the images I liked better with Olleo. House of Puzzles, again, very good quality, but those unique, different shaped pieces is not something that I really enjoy puzzling. I will do it once in a while. But if I do it, I think I'll probably go to a random cut if I'm going to do it. The unique shaped pieces were different. But if you're a puzzler who likes that, who likes different shaped pieces or to change it up, then House of Puzzles may be something you want to look into. But for me, it's just personal preference. I'm not fond of those quirky pieces, so I probably won't buy a House of Puzzles again. If I want to do those type of images, I can find a lot of those images in a Gibson puzzle, and that's what I probably end up doing. But still, a great brand, great quality, and very good for that puzzler who loves random cut or irregular cut or something different to change up their puzzling experience. So if you have tried any of these brands, please let me know your thoughts about them in the comment section down below. And if you haven't, you can find these 3 brands at Puzzles Canada. I will attach the link to their store down below. Maybe you're a little bit interested now and maybe you will give them a try. I appreciate you stopping by my channel and checking out this video. If you like watching these brand review videos, then tap that like button. It will allow me to know what type of content that you like so that I can prepare future videos. So I enjoyed working on these brands, but now it's time for me to find something else to work on. So until next time, happy puzzling.